Hi, my name is Devin Hardwick, and for my 2022 CSI Capstone project, I made a volleyball-esque board game. So essentially, it kind of works like volleyball. You have a player shoots the ball over the net, and instead of another player, receiving and passing whatever, because I can't do that. You can't do that with a game. The other person catches it, they catch the ball, then they shoot it back, and it goes back and forth like that. And I also use an Arduino, an LCD, to keep track of the score. And now I'll explain how I did both of them. So for this project, I knew I was going to need a decent sized board so I can actually have everything on the board game I wanted. And after looking through tons of random stuff, I finally found the board that was just perfect for me. After I got my wood, I couldn't just start hacking away at it expecting it to work. I had to plan and try to find out which measurements I actually want to use, which you can see on the right. If you tilt your head a little bit, you can see my original measurements were going to be 0.75 and 0.65. I was trying to make it small enough so it can fit as many pieces as I want on the board. But the problem was it was too small to actually function how I wanted it to. So I had to make it bigger and make it an inch and a half actually. For how I was going to fling the ball back and forth across the net, I was going to make a 3D printed catapult. And as I was making it, I made a platform with a giant circle here and another piece with a giant circle here so I can fit two springs between those two and fling it back. But the problem I came up with was this hole was way too big for any springs to actually fit there, so I had to reprint, which led to make the correct prints I actually needed. And so instead of making the circle so big, I actually made it smaller, and I used hot glue to glue the spring into the board on the top one and the bottom part of the catapult. And on top of the catapult, I have a small little semicircle which works as a wall. So essentially, when the ball's in there, you pull that semicircle back and it bends back and it flings forward and shoots the ball across the net. I also have different size holes on the bottom of the catapult to act as a net. So when the ball is flung to your side, you use those small holes on the side to catch the ball, and it fits perfectly. Then once you catch it, you go and shoot it back and get the game going. So this is an example of what my wiring actually looks like on Tinkercad. As you can see, I have an LCD, and with the LCD I also have a potentiometer to adjust the brightness of the LCD. And how my scoreboard works is every time you click the touch sensor once, the score increases by 1. Click it twice, the score increases by 2. But sadly, Tinkercad does not have access to touch sensors, so instead I used the push button to represent that. And that is how I made my CSI Capstone 2022 volleyball board game. I thought this project was a lot of fun and it taught me a lot of different ways to do things I've never used before. Can't wait to do it again.